Did you know that 70% of kids wish that their parents talk to them more? On today's episode of Sisters on the Sideline, we are going to explore how we communicate world events with our children. Let's hear from Celeste. You have a recent event to share.
Well, many of you all that know my son know my kids and know that our relationship from parent to child, mother to son is very open. It's very fluid. I ain't gonna say we don't keep secrets, but we talk. We talk on some levels that even some parents feel that is abnormal. But I mean, we're already there now, 17 years in, so I can't roll it back. But as we were leaving school the other day, Alonzo, my youngest, informed me that he had protested for ICE. And I was just like, well, that's interesting. There were no permission slips. I wasn't informed. Like, but we're going to keep it moving because we always have our after school talks. And he was just talking. And I was like, so how did you protest? And he showed me, and he was like, so and so just asked. And I was like, okay. And I was like, so why did you do it? And he was like, because so and so asked me to do it. And I was like, you don't have no any other reasons. Side note, mama's visits are canceled. I just got the notification on my phone. You don't have any other reasons like why you wanted to protest. But luckily, with him going to his school, his elementary school and the current school, it's very diverse. And he was like, no, I don't want my Mexican friends to be deported. And I was like, so you know what business you standing on. So I just keep it very, very open. I don't have any more sugar to coat anything with. So we've talked about the ice situation. We talked about the literal ice outside with the snow and how this is supposed to be like a once in a lifetime blizzard. Not
Mhm.
blizzard, but snowmageddon. And I just tried to be very transparent and honest with both of them.
I like how you approached the conversation. It wasn't more so like questioning why did you do that. It was more from like a curious perspective of like, well what made you want to do that? And then intertwining the real life events that we're dealing with and with elderly parents. Because of the Snowmageddon, our mother's doctor's appointment has been canceled, which we are now aware of. Um, but I think that was a nice tie-in to let him express why he is doing the thing, even though he was still asked, he still had a reason that aligned with a why.
Yeah, because it directly impacts him. Because he has
Yeah.
friends that he goes to school with now and in the past who are different ethnicities from different countries, and like it's really close to home because ice been in the streets here in Kentucky, not as bad as other places. But you want to make your kids aware of what's going on around them, so they
Mhm.
just realize that now this has left the TV screen and it's real life.
Yeah, it's in your backyard.
And I think this falls in line with what we discussed last week or 2 weeks ago. If you didn't catch that episode, it's listen and not lecturing. So kudos to you, Celeste, for being able to just sit there calmly and listen without lecturing up front.
Yeah, because at first he was like, I was like, well, did you have a sign? Was y'all chanting? What happened? Was y'all in a single file line? What happened? He was like, we didn't have no signs. We just went outside for a little while. And, we did it because of this. And I was like, that's good.
Mhm.
And the protest was against ICE.
Yes. Yes.
It's interesting that he is. I think that speaks volumes to him and how he presents himself in the school for him to be picked for one to be part of that type of movement. So kudos to Lonzo.
Yeah, because, he don't be standing for no injustices. Like, but he reported his teacher in elementary school because he felt he was being treated unfairly.
Amen.
And come to find out he was, and other kids went too. And then the stories aligned and action was taken.
And there we have it. We have a young activist
Right. He's a
in the
movement.
making. He's
Back in the means necessary.
hey.
It ain't Zoe the goat, it's Zoe the movement.
Right.
Yes. Here he is. And not recent to the events, but of course, with my son being an older, he's aware. He doesn't talk about it as much, but he does ask questions. Like, and I always go with the foundation. Well, how much do you know? And then building on that foundational knowledge versus trying to spew what I done seen on whatever resource of information that I be using that might not all be true. Um, but building from his point of knowledge as well.
I don't know, with Traden and Kesslin being young, I feel like if I asked Kesslin, have you heard of ice? She'd be like, you mean like the ice in the freezer? Like, I feel like that's where she she is with ice.
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to give it to them in terms to where they may not know all the specifics, but they're aware of at least what's going on and like how they could be impacted or how their friends could be impacted. Um, so it's more just like a surface level kind of with me. Hey, has anybody talked to you about this, or do you know what this is? And then if they say no, then I'll explain it. Or if they'll give kind of their own definition, I'll still say, well, that's very good that you're aware, but let me give you a little bit more information or explain it to you a little bit more. So then
Mm-hmm.
they can kind of like grasp the concept a little bit better. And it's interesting because they retain information. They retain a lot of
Mm-hmm.
information because even when I think they're not listening, I'll hear them say something to somebody else that one of us has told them that was informative and that they needed to know. And just the fact that they were able to like repeat that back, even how they would be repeating stuff from church services. Like I'd be like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
so y'all ain't just in there on Roblox. Y'all be really listening. Y'all be
Mm-hmm.
getting fed.
Amen to that. And just the other day, in relation, but not to ice, but being black mothers having black sons. Darian was leaving from his private lessons for his instrument, and it ended early, so he just walked outside. And I was like, when I rolled up to him, I was like, oh my goodness, he is a young black boy walking on the sidewalk, not bothering nobody. But in a predominantly black neighborhood, he ain't got no ID, and just where my mind had to go, just seeing that still is like daunting. But now he has a passport, but I'm gonna have to show him how to upload it to somewhere because I think you could put it on your Google Wallet. I think you can put it on there.
Yeah.
But just knowing that that is where my mind goes in those moments, like you just walking down the sidewalk, but I can't think of you just outside because the lady next door, we pulled up in front of her house just to wait, and she stood in the door and watched us, and I'm like, lady, I'm here every Saturday. If you ain't noticed my car by now, that's your fault. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah. And I just think like realizing that your kids are getting older. I ain't got no teenager yet,
Mhm.
but even trading being 8, about to hit double digits. We was at a restaurant the other night, had a family dinner. We had so much fun. Anyways, I'll tell you about that later. But he was like, Mama, can I go to the bathroom? So the bathroom was in eyesight. Because usually I'll go with him and stand outside the door, but it was in eyesight. And as he was walking over there, I just had that reflective moment. Oh my God. My son's going to be at that point to where he needs to be able to establish his independence. And I have to allow him to do that without fear of all the
Mhm.
unknown. So that was like, even though he was just walking to the restroom, it was just like an eye opener.
Mhm. Yeah, I think without fear, I don't know. I think yes, maybe not projecting or showing the fear is probably right. It's like it has to happen. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna do these things on your own. How can I be supportive and encourage you to show independence as well?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else to add to how we approach real world life events?
The weather alert. Thanks to their meteorologist aunt who prepares them for storms ahead of time.
Oh, that's not me. Just correction and just clarity. That is Celeste. I'm not. Okay.
Because I have
So I thought about it
Later.
after I put it in the family group chat, and I was like, "Oh my god, these kids is gonna be watching this video, and they're gonna be scared, and they're gonna think all the snow is coming." But I don't think it happened like that, did it?
no,
Wait,
they
they
ain't
got,
in
hold on.
there.
How do they see it?
They
Changing.
ain't
They're
in
like,
there. Well, before it
Oh,
was like I think what initially started it one night she was watching them, and I think thunderstorm or something was on the way. So Celeste is all up in her videos, and they are afraid of thunder and lightning.
oh my god.
And so that was just a whole nother thing. Mommy, is it gonna thunderstorm tonight? Is there gonna
Yeah.
be lightning? Is it gonna thunder? And I was like, I forgot whose house I picked y'all up from. But with the rain, so she was on the phone. Yeah, no, car on the line. That's what it was. They got in the car and we was talking about the weather and where Celeste has prepared them. Trayden was like, Mommy, with this snowstorm, is there gonna be thunder? Will there be lightning? And then tell them what you said, Celeste.
I forgot what I said, but I know in some places, yes, it was thundering and lightning, and you could have what thunder, lightning, and snow-nados.
Yes, it's snow-nados. I think that's the term that you used. And so right when she's talking, Trayden sit back there and he's like, and I'm like, can't you just give it to Trayden straight on certain topics? Like you gotta. But yeah, they've the weather is just something that scares them. So that's another like scares Trayden, I'll say. It's another thing that I have to kind of like sugarcoat a little bit.
That's right.
Don't be scared. Be prepared.
That part. Ooh, okay, because it ties into what you just said. I was washing dishes after dinner, and a word came to me as I was washing dishes, and it was as long as you stay prepared or prepare, you can weather any storm.
Man.
You better preach.
It's like, oh, that is such a word. Yes, yeah.
Amen. Amen.
I mean, but since we're in Snowmageddon, Darian and I got to play outside in the snow. We shoveled the driveway. We went up the big hill in the back of the neighborhood. I think I went down twice.
Yeah, because I was
Three
like, where
times.
is Lee going? Why is she leaving her house? Where's she
That's
going?
what she said.
Oh, I
She's
forgot.
like,
Y'all
"We
can
don't know
see.
where."
I forgot y'all could see that we left, but yeah.
And she was swearing that I was in front of the house. I was like, this is not the front of her house.
No, when you no, because I never seen the sledding video. It was the Darien video talking about why is it too much snow.
Oh.
You were like, but what is it doing now? And he was like, huh? It's still snowing.
Him and his huns.
Girl, so maybe get me started. But yeah, so girl, I got a full workout. I didn't have on my Fitbit and I was mad, but I'm pretty sure I burned like 500 calories today.
So what
Just
were y'all
outside.
doing?
So we started in our yard. I wrote my name with my feet in the front yard, and then he messed it up.
Is that Lee or LaVangela?
Lee, girl.
Okay.
And then it's a little hill. You know where we had the cars parked for the 4th of July. We slid it down that hill. But it was so thick. You know, I'm a thick girl, so I wasn't going that fast. So then he was like, well, let's go up the big hill. And the big hill is, oh my God.
Is that where we watched the movies that night, or is that the other one?
It's the little one. So it's the one that's straight, but then we go on the other side of the people's yard, technically. But they don't own that lot. So whoever lot that is, we be sledding on it. And it's not that bad if the snow was so thick that you like marching up the hill. But I did pretty good. I'm usually winded, so my wind is getting better. And we made it down. So yeah.
I didn't do that today. Alonzo went outside and played in the snow. Devlin went outside and got some snow and threw it at me. And Devlin's like, when's the last time you played in the snow? And Tanisha, you remember when we was at Clearwater and I rode down that hill?
I remember that, but that's not the last time you played in the snow.
When is the last? I don't know the last time I played in the snow then.
Was it
When Kesson was a baby at Willow Oaks and you brought Alonzo?
She had on that green pull up, that full body zip up.
Oh, that was Darian's. Yup.
See, I didn't know. Didn't even know.
Did Alonzo have fun?
No, he was out there for 45 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, you know it's cold if Alonzo ain't gonna stay out there no longer than that.
And he was like, it's too cold. I'm coming back in the house. Okay.
We was bundled up. I had on a full body Carhartt suit.
Yeah, I saw y'all's gear.
And a onesie.
Where is this video at? I have not seen this video.
It's in the family chat. Well, I'll see if I can plug it in here somewhere after our edits.
Yeah, everybody upload their snow day videos. Okay.
I should have recorded mine because in the other family chat, the Breckenridge family chat, everybody was talking about going out and making a quick store run. So we was like, oh, it may not be that bad. William got midway through the driveway and got stuck. So it was eventful. But you talking about burning calories. I was sweating after all that. And luckily from where Daddy rescued me from a rainstorm where I got stuck in somebody's front yard, I remembered you got to put something under the tire so it can get that grip. So first we was out there trying cardboard boxes, and it was doing it, but where the snow was kind of thick, it was still kind of like up, and then the box was like getting wet and saturated and ripping. So I was working with boxes, and then after a while, when the boxes started working, I was like, fuck it. So I went in. Excuse the language. It was really one of those moments. So I went in the garage and I got an old patio rug. And I was like, this is wide enough, long enough. He can get enough traction. We ain't got to keep on moving these boxes as long as he gets up on here. So I put that down and he legit only had to drive over it like twice. It's like, dang, I wish I would have thought of that sooner. But I would just like to say for the record, Larry and Deborah Sears didn't raise no weak girls. We be
absolutely not.
Because I'm like, it was meant for us to be where we are today because we have a lot of knowledge that some kids don't. Because I'm like, I know my neighbor was just getting a kick out of all of it because I was like, man, Williams, lucky to have you. And you be out there doing this and you be out there doing that. And I'm like,
girl,
independent.
Our neighbor, he yelled, he was like, hey, and then I didn't know where the name came from because I was shoveling the driveway, and then I looked up, he was like, you can do ours next, and then I seen him standing in his garage doorway. Of course he calls Mario later, and he was like, yeah, they was out there shoveling the driveway, and Mario's like, they shoveled the driveway?
Right.
Shovel the whole driveway. He's like, I thought y'all was out there sledding. Oh, we shoveled the entire driveway. And salted it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I never will forget, which was probably for the better. But when we moved, when I was pregnant, and William was like, you don't need to be doing nothing. Just sit down. I got this. But I'm not used to sitting on my ass. So the moments when he's like, no, Tanisha, I got this. I really got to be like, okay, he's got this. Because we didn't serious girls.
That part, type A. Wait, type A. But yeah, it has been fun so far. But yeah, we got some inches over here. I'm gonna say we got a foot, and we shoveled the driveway. And I think Darian said, "And all our hard work is gone already." I'm like, but when we was out there shoveling, I was like, "Would you rather shovel 1 foot or 2?"
Right.
So yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. But yeah, school's canceled. 2 days already. Whew. We got to eat some leftovers. I'm glad Mario cooked because yeah, buddy.
Dalen, you interrupting. Did you hear him? I know you did. I seen your face.
It was muffled. I just heard his voice.
Ain't been upstairs all day. No, he came upstairs and ate breakfast. Because I made my pancakes from scratch. Oh my God. Marvelous. But yes.
I need that recipe. You told it to me, but I didn't write it down. But I'm gonna need
Check
that.
your text messages. I screenshotted it.
Oh, I got 2 recipes, one from each of y'all. Look at me. Ah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Lovely. Lovely. Any other updates that we need to talk to? Snowmageddon, life, world events, anything else?
Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Okie dokie. Well, who would like to close this out of this week's?
Sorry. My bad. You talking about life events. I just thought of one.
Okay.
Homeowners out there. So this week is getting ready to leave for work. Kesselin uses the bathroom, flushes the toilet, and it sounds like it's raining outside. Should I not talk about this?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm looking out the window thinking it's really raining. And then I was like, let me check another window just to make sure. No rain. But as I get closer to the basement, it gets louder. So I walk in where the water heater is and the connector, shark bite, I think that's what it's called. That connector had torn and water was shooting everywhere. And my basement had started to flood. So me being me, all paranoid, I'm trying to put layers on so I don't get wet. There was steam shooting up. So me not realizing that it was the hot water, thought that there was also an electrical issue. So I was like, I gotta touch the water first to make sure I won't get electrocuted. So I grabbed something and I was like, okay, nothing's coming through.
But if you would have gotten electrocuted, what would have been the next step?
What would I have done?
You probably would have passed out.
So, right. So I yelled from William and I was like, as in the process of it, he was already up here getting dressed to come downstairs. And so I yelled for William. And it was funny because without giving up too much information, it made me think of the time that I broke my arm and Daddy came outside. And so he came down there.
Minimal clothing.
He just ran straight across and turned off the water. And then that's when we started looking at stuff and shampooing and figuring out plan A, plan B. But it's just been a rough week because I've had a leak in the kitchen as well. So, but get you a reliable handyman like we got in the family.
Yes, yes.
Who is gonna be his successor? Is Dalen? Dalen need to start shadowing him.
That's what
I'm just putting it out there.
That's what I try to say. I said, and that's a very good idea too. I was like, make sure you're taking notes because we gonna need somebody because we are gonna be screwed.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm gonna finish my Home Depot pathway, and I'm gonna be a certified electrician.
I mean,
I tried to watch the videos.
Oh, you got further than I did. Just pick the pathway and sign off.
Oh my God. I really tried. I was like, this is so boring.
You take notes? Does that help?
I want you to get to the good part. And I think like the beginning where I started it was all about the program and why the program. And when you get this program, this is what you're going to learn. And I was just like, yeah, I might have to come back when I can focus.
Okay. For those who don't know what we're talking about, Home Depot, this is like plug free advertisement, offers a series of programs, including electrician, like foundations of what that would look like. I think plumbing's one, carpentry's one. So if you're interested, that's a program you can sign up for free. For free. It's a free promo at Home Depot. Back to Tanisha, and is everything plugged and I don't want to say that word. The drainage gone.
Yes, everything was fixed pretty much that day. He did
Oh,
it a day,
nice.
called him last minute. He also fixed some lighting in the
Look
house.
out the window. Somebody's stuck in front of
And
the house.
then
Oh, it was such a weird thing.
the next day I had to call him again because
No,
the
no, no.
leak.
Yeah.
So just due to the weather, we're still trying to figure out the exact issue. He stopped one, but we think there might
They
be
should do for the snow plow for those cars.
What we think. How is that muted? But I can still hear him. Or maybe she muted it in the process.
I just did it.
Oh.
I don't think I can't unmute you, but you can unmute yourself.
But yeah, home ownership on a home, they said.
Yep.
How do y'all feel about that now? What are the pros and cons from everybody's perspective?
For me, I would say definitely the pro for me was the time, because what we paid for our house, that word, astronomically, is that a real word? I mean,
Yes, astronomical.
Astronomical. Different of what it could have been if we decided to do it later. Again, timing, because 2018 and 2020, we all know what happened. So the pros of that are just being in your own space, volume levels, raising a musician. It just owning your own space and living how you want to live in your own space. And plus the way my landlord started to treat us, it just wasn't it became a very toxic environment. So the downside of that is, yes, when stuff breaks,
It's all on you, baby. It's all on you.
Ready. We just got a new stove. Yep. Because I told you the other day I was sitting here, I think I was warming up the oven to cook something, and I heard something go boom. And I was like, I'm not about to be up in here and it explode. So I'm just gonna turn it off. And I didn't ever use it again. Now these other two, they use it all willy-nilly. It just took a minute to heat up. I just didn't feel comfortable using it. So once it stopped heating, that's when we got a new one. New to me, not brand new. Another shameless plug. If you're looking for used appliances, oh my god, I don't even know the name of the place, but it's so DC.
And I just Googled, Mario gave me like 57 business cards for appliances. I just put them all in my purse. But good looking out. But I just Googled like the average price for a house of my size in Louisville, Kentucky, with the things close to what I have here. And it's anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 more. With less square footage than what I have now.
Exactly.
So,
and
yes.
even though I live far away,
I can do yours too.
cheapest.
I can do yours too. Because I mean, you know, how many bedrooms you got?
There.
3, 4. Better yet, just give me your zip code.
I'm not.
Okay, never mind. I know where you live anyway.
But we're talking about the pros and cons of having a house with pets nationwide, so let's do some research.
I say the pros. I agree with you. Just kind of having your own space.
Yeah.
Right when we got a house, we had a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, maybe 4. No, yeah, 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So just them being up, being loud. I ain't gonna lie, having to holler at your kids sometimes, and not having to worry about your neighbors calling CPS because it's you all in one building. And then musician William is able to have rehearsals with bands over here. He's able to work on his stuff. And then cons are just like having to pay for stuff to get it fixed, pretty much. But we're fortunate and blessed in some areas where we have a handyman or where we have coverage to where we can get that stuff taken care of, or we just know the plug. So, yeah, it's just doing all the stuff that the maintenance would take care of for you, pretty much on the cons.
Another story, yes. Okay, so our shed in our backyard, water runs underneath it, but it's literally coming from our neighbor's yard, and it has created a hole under her fence. But whose problem is it? Ours, because the hole is technically in my yard, but the water is coming from her side of the fence, but it has created a hole. You know what we have to do? Because I called the water company out here, and they said we have to move
The she shed.
move the shed. First of all, and where am I gonna put it? So we're going to tear it down. Eventually.
Really?
Tear it
Where,
down.
where you gonna put right there? Nothing.
I don't know. I have so many ideas. I really want a fire pit.
So it can get
Um,
washed away. Is she gonna fix the hole in her fence?
I think the water company is going to evaluate that. So, but yeah, a lot of the house stuff is just not fair sometimes.
Yeah. And all the rodents we've had to deal with: snakes, lizards, raccoons, possums.
I haven't had any of those.
Listen,
Lizards on my front porch, yeah, but they stay out there. They don't come in.
Yeah, they're always around or near the garage, which is not connected to the house. That's the only reason I'm happy it's not connected to the house, because I know telling what would be in my house if it was connected to the house.
I'll say that because that one time I had that mouse in my garage, and people don't like to close the garage door that goes from the garage into the house. Let this mouse get in this house. I put traps down, peanut butter, everything, and then that damn Facebook video where that man's going out to his garage and that mouse jumps out of the garage door into his hoodie when he was like letting it up, and I was like, if that happens to me, I'm just gonna die. There's nothing else for me to do. But and I tell you about that one time I got in the garage and that mouse was on my windshield.
No.
Girl, it was like 2 years ago when it was warm. So I'm in the car in the garage, turn the windshield wipers on. There's a mouse, and I'm like, fuck. So I had to close the door real quick, roll up all the windows. David was standing in the driveway. Alonzo was with him, so I just floored backwards out of the driveway. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, it's a mouse on the windshield. So I just take off down Fern Creek where I live at, trying to go fast to get the mouse off the windshield because it was just like, and I'm like, oh my God. And I rode back up in that neighborhood and turned the windshield wipers on and it smacked it off.
That's
Yeah.
how
I
we
have never heard this story. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
for sharing. Like, what in the hell?
Yeah, there's a mouse in my garage.
Oh. Nope.
That's how
And
we
you
knew
can
it
see,
was a possum in the driveway. We didn't know it was a possum. We was thinking it was a raccoon. There was footprints on my windshield.
Only footprints I've seen is of a cat. It came close to the back camera. And I was like, Mario, something been up on his porch. And then, like a couple of days later, I seen it on the camera. Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, did you share yours?
About how everything in my house is falling apart.
No, the pros and cons of home ownership was the question.
The pros, I think it's the area I live in because I really like this area. It's a central location to, well, now not so much, but the high school, the elementary school was right there. Boom, bam, boom. Dalen's middle school was 6 minutes away. Now his high school is that far away, but Alonzo does go to a different school, which is very far away. Well, not very far. It ain't that big of a deal. But the location, my neighbors don't bother me. I don't bother them. It's really cool. The cons, one con is this damn neighborhood association that I don't know y'all people. Like, I don't live in that neighborhood. Y'all are behind my house, but whatever. Y'all say whatever. I don't know what I'm paying for. But yeah, that's another con. Paying for my own trash. I don't like that either. I feel that is a con. My trash pickup. But yeah, like me and our aunt Tanoa were talking about earlier, you get in the house and okay, the bathroom's going out. I get that fixed later, and everything you put off for later eventually stacks up on you. Because when she said something about her bathroom vent, I was like, mine don't work either. And then before you know it, you get a whole honeydew list, which is $20,000 worth of stuff.
The bathroom vent thing, Mario fixed ours.
I mean, I changed the light bulb in mine, but I don't know. All it took for me was to get shocked in that basement, changing out that plug in Dalen's room. And I'm not doing that no more.
Turn
Well,
the electricity off.
that was operator error, ma'am.
Enough for me not to do it anymore.
Okay.
So, maybe this is the year where I start checking things off the list, replacing appliances.
Amen, sister.
And maybe not. Who knows? I've lasted this long
Yes,
about it.
we're not doing that because that list. If I know your list, that's a problem.
Maybe it's because I told you.
I'm saying no,
It's a
ma'am.
list. It's a list.
It's a list.
I need to win the lottery.
That'll help for sure.
But then if I win the lottery, would I fix this house up or just get another one?
Well, hopefully, if you were
Typically,
planning to sell it, you'd fix it up.
Who
we
said
pay
I'd
it
sell it?
off and fix it up. But that's my
You gotta
lottery.
sell it to. Oh, you mean keep it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna rent it
My
out?
real
If
estate.
you rent it out, you gotta fix it up.
I would keep it and live in a paid off house. What are we talking about?
Oh, I was still on her getting another house. You right. Pay it off and live
See,
in it.
but y'all say getting another house. I'm thinking downsizing because
No, I'm not saying get another house.
I'm not saying eventually this is going to be too much house.
For sure.
It's not right now.
Yeah, you got at least 6 more years. No?
Okay, we'll go with that.
Okay.
You don't do math, Lee.
No, Alonzo has a plan, so I don't know. He might be
Okay.
up. He might be up and out of here early.
No, okay.
It's the other one.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, I'm like Alonzo graduates in 6 years, right?
Yeah, yes. I was
Yes.
with both of y'all.
That
But
part is true. Yes.
I don't know if I see Celeste as being an empty nester, even when
I see.
the other
Even
one's
if she
gone.
wants to be.
And not to say he wouldn't provide him support or isn't capable.
That was gonna shock us all. I'm just saying. Yes, I believe. All right, we talked about the pros and cons of home ownership. We talked about world events and how we talk to our children about those things. What else did we talk about?
We touched briefly on mama's appointment and caring for our parents,
Oh yeah, we did.
which as I've been sitting here, I logged into my chart and there is an after visit summary that says they spoke to someone and the appointment was canceled. So it might not be weather related.
No, they don't talk to nobody.
Or did they not talk to us?
I think they notified somebody that the appointment was canceled.
That's all fun conversation.
Hmm. Oh, but yeah, we discussed everything. It's not a lot of sports going on right now with all the snows and school being out until Tuesday. Well, until Wednesday, canceled Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for basketball season to be over. So ready. Oh, Darian's audition went good. That's why I passed one.
Alonzo said that he asked the band director about recent events we heard about your son. You know, the dropping the drumstick and the hyperventilating. They weren't recent events. And she said, no, not that one, the other one. And I was like, there was another one?
Wait, what? Wait, rewind the story because what? I'm confused.
Then we need to stop recording for the Darian's sake.
No, because I mean, it was years ago about one of his other auditions. Because you told us the one about where he dropped the drumstick and had a panic attack. And
Yes, that was the summer camp one, the Louisville summer camp one.
yeah, and then she said, no, not that one, the other one, because something happened and he auditioned and like got last chair and he said that was never going to happen to him again. And he just came back with so much fire and he's never had a
I think she's talking about the same audition.
he's never had a bad audition since then. I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, that was the same audition. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because he was in. They color code the bands. I don't know which is which. But he was in the lower level band, and then the following year he was in the higher level band. So yeah, he came back with a vengeance. But yeah, that audition. In his defense, he did not have the music, and it was mallets. And he basically went into that audition blind because the day before I was like, why don't you just download the app on your phone on your tablet? And he was like, oh, and it was too late. So, but yeah, that was probably his worst audition.
And having, well, I think we talked about this too, having a child in band, how some have this stigma that all kids in band are weird. And I don't believe that.
But that's speaking from a child that has never been in band as well. Because everybody else has been in band.
Yeah, I had to break out my yearbook and show a picture of me playing the bass clarinet. Once I was like, "Are you even in the picture?" I was like, "I'm right there," and I had circled myself, I guess, in high school so you could see me, so it was easy to find. But I don't know.
I think it's changing again. It's from a child that has never been in band, and that is a outside perspective and a narrow perspective of who you associate with or not associate with because of who you associate with. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because your audience and friends are not within that peer group doesn't mean they're weird. You just haven't associated with them.
Because I'll be saying it personal, because I'll be like, was I a weird kid in band? I don't think I was weird, but looking at former classmates have told me I gave off hippie vibes ever since high school. And I was like,
Well,
I believe it.
Just because I had some Birkenstocks, y'all want to call me a hippie?
Yeah, I think that was solely based off your sense of fashion, not like your personality.
Oh,
Like your sense of fashion was very eclectic, not eclectic.
all right, Cam.
Woo!
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just double checking because my kids are going through this phase. I'm not even gonna call it a phase, but y'all seen the wardrobe changes. We're going baggy hoodies, baggy jeans.
But that's this generation. I think they like the skinny jeans era is over. I
And you're
told you
very
about this
right
time.
because when I picked up Dalen, I said, I never thought the day would come that I would see you wearing camouflage.
Them camouflage sweatpants he got.
And he said, what is that supposed to mean? Or what are you trying to say? Or something like that. And I was
Out of
like,
all the things he picked, out of the whole store, we was in there, and we went to Ross, and we was walking, and we was back and forth. He was like, "Oh, wait a minute," and he was really like hyper focused on these sweatpants. I was like,
but
"This
it
is
was like,
camouflage."
it was the hunting, like the hunting, the ones that matches. Yeah, it wasn't like camouflage, like army fatigue. It was like,
I know it's like a taupe. It's like a light
yeah,
pink sand color, and they do have matching hoodies at Walmart. Because I got my Tupac shirt at Walmart the other day, and I got this. I got that one, the Outcast one, and Alonzo got Spider Man.
I'm gonna wait till I see them in beans.
yeah.
What the Tupac shirts?
Yes, because that's where all the overstock go.
Well, when you see them, they was $8.99,
Oh,
and it's Tupac, and he's got like the praying hands.
oh,
I
so
thought,
that's still cheap. I don't know if they'll make it to beans if they that cheap.
yeah. And the Outcast one was it Sankonia where they standing in front of the American flag, but it's all black and white.
Mm. Hmm.
I don't know where it just hit. Well, it's had a lot of controversy, but I think I stayed shopping in Walmart in high school.
Yeah. I've been shopping in secondhand and now that I realize it, now that I know what those boutiques were in Bowling Green. All my life. All my life. All my life.
Yeah. All right.
And Solo by Mario. Are we doing
Yep.
endorsements? What are we doing?
I know we're not getting paid for that, but anyway, is that good? Your husband just handed that to you. That's amazing.
So alternate. He walked to the store
Today?
just a few minutes ago,
Oh my god.
and this nigga made it back. Oh, excuse me, 30 minutes.
What store are we talking about? Like Family Dollar or
Dollar
Speedway?
store,
Oh,
Dollar
there's
Store?
a line in the dollar store.
liquor stores across the street.
He was risking it all,
Wait,
crossing
cross
fashion.
But it ain't no traffic. You got to think about that.
Oh,
This
okay.
is
You're
it.
right.
This
You're
is
right.
it.
It was worth the risk. We lost her. Oh, I thought that was William.
Let me see the barrel twist. Come back. Let us see your hairdo. I'm not coming back. All right, all right. You still looking fresh? Still looking fresh? Turn to the side.
Oh my She's having full model.
Because normally he won't get in front of the camera, so you know he loving his hairdo.
Okay,
Hey.
Babe.
ooh, crispy parts.
Crispy.
I did during a retwist last night. It's all right. It's gonna last. Okay.
I had to DoorDash me some gel because I just had to get a few
Did you guys
products.
just post where they criticize people for using DoorDash right now?
I mean, I didn't do it. No, it was way before it snowed.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, really?
No, it was way before it snowed.
Okay. All right, ladies, we're starting to ramble. Who
All
wants
right.
to close us out?
Tanisha Loren. Breaking Ridge.
Closing out the episode.
Did I close it out? No, be quiet. Oh.
In this episode, we discussed how to talk to your kids about current events going on in the world, whether it be some political, some safety, some weather. And that tied into our episode from our last episode, which talked about listening and not lecturing. It's easier to open up that door and have those conversations with your children when you listen and don't lecture. We also discussed Snowmageddon here in Kentucky because that's what's currently taking place. If you have any snow pictures, post them in the comments. We'd love to see what's going on in your neighborhood. Any videos, any snow challenges you face, share them with us. Also, we talked about homeowners. Yes, homeowners. It's real out here in this homeowner world. Any comments, any positive feedback, any plugs that y'all may be aware of for homeowners? Post them in the chat. Post them in the comments. Let us know. All right. We thank you for joining us. Even though we kind of rambled there at the end, it's still good content. But we thank y'all for sitting through it with us and all the interruptions from our children. They family too. They're part of the sideline. They're going to be in and out nonstop. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and follow. Comment, heart, react. We love it all. We welcome it all. And again, thank you for your time. And join us on our next episode. Coming soon, baby.
Are you done, P. Diddy? Like all in the video. All in the video.